YouTube, what's cracking? It's your boy 1034. You know what it is. I'm chilling, getting loaded right now. Just want to talk to you guys about something. Let's see, it's been on my mind for a while. Just the other day, I ran into this cat, cool cat, when I was getting loaded. I forget where, but anyway, he was one of the warehouse boys or what have you. Caught him outside. We talked. We had a nice conversation, man. About an hour long, He's one of them Israelite cats, you know what I'm saying? One of them pro-black cats. I feel it. So I was able to have a conversation with him, you know what I'm saying? I was able to have him feel my individual points. Not points given and driven by the masses. So this is something I always thought about. And I brought it up to him. Kind of stumped him a little bit. So I got little mixed children. My wife is not black. She's not white either. I'm not a racist guy. I'm just black, living in America. I see what's going on. I'm woke. My eyes are wide open. My third eye is open. But I understand what's going on. So, I told Kat, I say, man, this is what really trips me out, man. When I mentioned to him that my wife wasn't black toward the last 10 minutes of this hour-and-a-half long conversation or so. His demeanor changed, and then so I tell him, I say, you know what, you niggas trip me out, man. You motherfuckers act like we're living in this fantasy world of Wakanda or some shit. You motherfuckers act like we've been enlightened, we've been awakened, we've been spiritually sound and spiritually tuned forever. You motherfuckers act like we're not out here selling drugs to each other. We're not out here shooting motherfuckers for no reason at all. We're not out here without any idea of how to conduct ourselves around each other and just out in society. You motherfuckers are acting like you've been woke. Half you motherfuckers are just now waking the fuck up. I have never been a religious person. Don't fuck with the churches or none of that shit. And half these motherfuckers just left Christ and now they're on to some other shit. I have no problem with it. You motherfuckers act like we are a united community. You act like there's not so many sectors of division within our black community. Shit kills me. You motherfuckers act like strippers and pole dancers are queens. You motherfuckers act like finding a mate, if she's already been impregnated a couple times over, is cool. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. When I was growing up, I grew up with motherfucking Grace Jones posters on my fucking wall. I was disgusted when I saw, Brooke Shields, when she came out with them cornrows in her head and shit in the fucking 70s. That poster that was all over the place. I I wasn't for that shit. I can recall telling people when I was younger the kind of woman I wanted, how dark I wanted her to be. People thought that I was crazy. Women wearing their natural hair is just a new trend so soon that it feels like it just started yesterday. You motherfuckers act like there is no problem in our community that would make the abundance of choosing a mate simple as going outside. So that's why I say you motherfuckers act like we're living in this magical world of Wakanda, and because my wife is not black, like I jumped outside the box or some shit. You know what I'm saying? We're in America. You know how scrambled and fucked up how America has the black mind in such of a tangled twist. It is insane. You know, I was dating this one broad before I got married. Beautiful sister. I wouldn't have anything less. But she had 2 boys. Imagine that. But her boys were dark, handsome young gentlemen. I wanted this broad to have my baby because I knew our babies, I would have a dark ass baby. But of course, you know, she didn't want to. On paper, it didn't display that I was well off enough to take care of the 2 that she already had and the 1 that I was dreaming of having. My idea that I formed in my head all the way up until finding it was always ridiculed and laughed at when I would try to produce this type of structure in a relationship with any sister I dated. They would tell me that I'm dreaming and a relationship is supposed to be like this. We're not supposed to communicate. We argue if we love each other. We fight if we love each other. Our minds are not supposed to be on the same level regarding finances. It just never made sense to me. So I just so happen to find my soulmate here in America. And she's not black. She's not white. You know, when I first introduced my wife to my aunt, she says to me, "I am so glad that you don't see color." I look at her like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, I see color. I see white." My wife's not white. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. It's just growing up, I knew that I would never marry a white woman. But I had no idea that I would not end up with a black woman. I had an idea of marrying and living with qualities that I needed, that I couldn't find. You know, I hung my hat up a long time ago. You know, I used to claim pimp, player, Mac, and all that shit. So I've been there and done that, man. I've seen them. I've been and I'm a talker. I speak in relationships. Conversation, communication is the key. You cannot get what you're looking for if you're not talking about it or asking about it. You just can't let it happen, because it's not going to happen. Regardless of who you hook up with, you guys are from two different places. So you're going to have to talk and find a new medium of where you guys live at. And I was never able to get close to that with any other woman I was dating. It was just fucking or fighting. And I would say respect as well, because we all know the cliches of, oh, strong black woman this, strong black woman that. I was loved and respected for being able to control that attribute in these women. But why? You're at home. I found it now, but I used to say it then. When I come home, I need to take my armor off. When I come home, I need to not feel like I'm in prison sleeping with my boots on when I come home. But this was an idea and a concept that my sisters wouldn't understand. They felt that this is an element that needed to be around, and I just didn't think so. But these aren't reasons I carried going into my existing marriage. I can't call it, man. But it's just interesting. It's interesting. And I will still say, before we embrace these levels of separatism within our community, we need to, and I don't want to say unite, because that's some fairy tale shit too. Get on the same page, and this is why I say boycott fast food. You understand? I've said it before. The accomplishment of that brings and build a new unity. So at first, while you're boycotting fast food, and then this other person who you're separated from for whatever reason is boycotting fast food, there is where you guys form your bond. It starts from there. You just don't jump in immediately kumbaya and shit with all kinds of motherfuckers. You find a common ground and a common bond, and you go there. It's your boy, 1034.